Hello everybody, Anomaly 505 here, and today I'll be showing you a new shader I made as a request from a viewer. So here you go. Here we are. This is a shader. It's called Killer Contrast. Going into here, didn't mean to push tab there. Going into here, you can see it's setup pretty simple here. We'll get into the node in a bit. Just a noise texture going to a bump texture to give some texture to the lighting. And here's the node. So we have the light color, which controls this, which should be fairly desaturated to give it a nice effect. The fill light is what's going to be in the middle, and which should be the most saturated, I guess. It's supposed to really show off what the color is, because it adds a lot of context to both light and dark, giving you a lot of contrast while still giving you enough information to know what color it is, you know? And then the shadow needs to be the darkest, and I don't really know how much saturation that one should have actually. I think in my experience, little, like at least above 0.5. Yeah, anyway, we have glossiness here. This switches between diffuse. If it's 0 gloss, it's a diffuse. If it's 100% gloss, it's using gloss. So yeah, the reason that matters is because if you have 0 gloss and 0 roughness, nothing changes. But the more you increase the gloss, the more the roughness affects it. So if you get 100% gloss and then lower the roughness, you get super shiny, which doesn't really work too well with Toon shaders in general. But you know, if you want something more metallic, you'd go like semi-gloss, remove some of the roughness. That's metallic, you know? Anyway, gamma. Gamma, so you can adjust this. So you see, lighting's weird for certain... Oh, you want to change the lighting for certain materials? You can use gamma to do that. Facing changes how much the edge lighting affects it. So, there you go. Less facing, less edge lighting, more facing, more edge lighting. And of course, I've got to cover the edge light color, but it should be a fairly, from the reference I've seen that I'm working off of, it should be slightly like rose tinted. I don't know. Anyway, and then that's just normal. Let's get into the inside here. Whoa. Okay. So you can see everything plugs in. These are the two base shader nodes that are mixed together by the factor. This is controls the glossiness. And the roughness goes into this one because it does nothing for this one. Yep. Right here, it gets converted to RGB. I'll get into these real quick. And then from there, it goes into the gamma node where you can control the gamma. And then it goes into this color ramp, which uses red, green, and blue, which allows you to map things. Red is mapped to shade. Green is mapped to fill. And then blue is mapped to light. So there you go. And then this just mixes all of them to make sure they're all mapped properly. This one is useless because you can see here there is alpha. And if you wanted to incorporate alpha, you'd add one of these handles with alpha on them. So I ended up not doing that. So that doesn't really need to be here. Yeah, this one adds in the edge lighting. And the reason for this one is you can... Why is this here? Hold on. There is a difference between these values. Very slight difference. I'm pretty sure I meant the difference to be larger. There we go. So it's supposed to be like this. Anyway, so this just makes it so there's more edge lighting in the shaded areas than there is in the lit areas. Layer weight is what gives you the edge lighting to begin with. And yeah, this makes sure this subtracts that from that. This is a color ramp to crunch in the numbers, and then this mixes it all together. Yeah, and if you want to see an example of how this would look when using on an actual model or a scene, here we go. Hey, look, it's me. Yeah, so this is how it would look on an actual model. You can see the viewer that requested me to make this for them really wanted a contrasty look to mimic the look from a game. But I forgot what the game name was. It was Killer something killer. but that's why I called this shader Killer Contrast, because they really liked how much contrast was in it. So that's the goal of this shader, as you can see. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. The shader will be linked in my description in my Gumroad for download. And yeah, it'll be free. It's free on my Gumroad. So anyway, if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe. If you liked what you saw here, a like would be appreciated as well. Anyway, I am going to, my next video is going to be the next week's, or this week's, Spooktober render. So, you know. Anyway, thank you all for your time, and goodbye.